And you're welcome back. Let's circle back to Port Harcourt, shall we? Nigeria's oil capital, where a crowd of women on Friday flooded the Aba Road area of the city, demanding the reinstatement of the suspended governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, and his deputy, Ngozi Odu. Now, they were seen on the streets displaying placards and just expressing their displeasure over the suspension of both the governor and his deputy. And now to give us a bit of insight into this, we're joined by Gloria Harry. She's a politician and opinion leader in Rivers State, and she joins me now from Port Harcourt to give us a bit of assessment on the state of things from the protest to the emergency rule. Ms. Harry, many thanks for doing this with us. I mean, let's just get started because we're pressed for time. We saw this massive crowd of women earlier on Friday marching for the suspended governor. Do you see that yielding any result?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
The thing is, right now we have mixed reactions, mixed feelings, because as much as everybody has, we all have our point of view and the right to express those views. These women who came out today requesting for the reinstatement of the governor and the deputy, they are in their own rights. They have the right to do that. But at the same time, we have people who feel the governor shouldn't come back, because the political scene or the political situation in the state had deteriorated to the point where everybody held their breath, not knowing what would happen next. Now we're talking about politics, and don't forget that we're talking about interests. They are there to protect their interests. What if the pro-Wike group also mobilized and come out with their own protest saying they don't want Sim to return? Then it means there'll be anarchy. But for me, I think we should just allow peace to reign in the state. Sim had the opportunity to rule, and whatever decisions he made them knowing the pros and the cons. I contested in 2023. I contested for the House of Reps. And at that time, I bought phone with my money. And, most of us were denied the opportunity to even contest or even aspire to contest. And when they talk about interest, at that point, political leaders were there fronting their own candidates. So these people were talking about, including Sim, he was bought by people, not just Wiki. So it's unfair to say the Minister for FCT is trying to impose his will on the Rivers people. That's not correct, because I was a victim of the 2023 elections. I bought form. I was not allowed to do what I felt I wanted to do.
Ms. Harry,
we all read.
Yes. I find it interesting, your take. And can I just ask, right, given that the NBA have moved their annual conference that was supposed to be in Port Harcourt to Enugu, and have repeatedly stated that what's happening in Rivers State, the emergency rule and the suspension of the governor, is not, by law, illegal, are you saying that there's anarchy on the streets and what the president did was fair and just? And when you say anarchy, can you describe what you mean by anarchy?
No, I'm saying that if they mobilize the Wike people to have the rights, these people definitely, obviously, are for Sim. So, we have two actors in this game or in this play. We have the Wike and we have the Sim. So now the Sim people, they've mobilized and they've come out. So what if the Wike people to mobilize and they come out?
So are you saying,
what if they?
Yeah, so are you saying that the NBA as well is Sim's people as well? Are you saying that the critics who have approached this issue at a legal point are also Sim people? Because there are critics of this move, and I've said that this is against the law and it sets a dangerous precedent. Are you saying that they are also Sim's people as well?
When they say it's against the law, who ruled? The Supreme Court ruled. And I'm sure the Supreme Court, members of the Supreme Court, the respected Supreme Court judges are also members of NBA. So for me, if we're saying we need to sanitize this, our democracy, then the judiciary and the electoral organ, that's INEC, should stand up and defend our democracy. Because whether we like it or not, we have people with interests. We are all humans. So you cannot divorce the political aspects in everybody, whether they are doctors, whether they are lawyers, whatever they are. So if they're saying that this thing that happened is not right, then they caused this thing. The NBA puts us in this situation.
How did the NBA put you? How did the NBA put you in this situation?
Because, like I said, the respected Supreme Court justices are all. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm guessing they're supposed to be members of the Nigerian Bar Association. You understand? So if their respected justices or judges made this pronouncement, they would have looked at the law. They would have looked at all the circumstances or situations available. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't want to comment too much on it.
Okay,
but what I'm trying to say is that we should not rule out the human factor in it. All of us have interest. As I'm here, I have my interest. So the NBA president... And
what's your interest, very quickly, because we're almost out of time. You were saying that if they're on the street, it seems...
My interest is that peace should return to Rivers State. So if we have a sole administrator, let them wait. Let us wait and see what will happen at the end of the game. Not for us to try to take laws into our hands. Yes, we have the right to protest. Fine, good, no problems. But what I'm saying is everybody is trying to protect their interests. That's the thing. And that's why I made reference to the 2023 elections when most of us, including myself, were not allowed to participate because people had interest, people had people that were projecting, and some of us were seen like people who were not part of their plan. So we shouldn't fool ourselves. What is happening right now in Rivers State started even before the whole thing broke down. So if we're going to look at it, we need to look at it holistically, not for people to make comments, not for people to...
You seem to be on both sides. At one end you say that we should look at it from a human angle, or from one end you're saying political angle. I wish I had enough time for us to continue, but we're out of time. I must say thank you, Ms. Harry, for taking out the time to join us. Ms. Gloria Harry, she is a politician, and she joined us to give us a bit of insight following the women protesting and asking for a reinstatement of the governor and deputy of Rivers State.